Morning, Alison Mead from Silicon Bullet with some more thoughts on my keto lifestyle. Just because I saw some people on a hip replacement forum asking for advice as to whether having a keto diet would be good for them or not, because I have had a hip replacement, which is why I'm on there. 15 years ago now, and I was 36, and I've followed a keto lifestyle now just for the last 3 years, and my answer was that I wish I'd found it sooner, because keto lifestyle means that you're eating less stuff that causes inflammation, keeping your blood sugars a lot more level, and a nice handy little side effect is you lose weight, which means you're putting less pressure through your joints. So in my mind, that can only be good. So I was just slightly triggered by somebody else's answer on this forum. Now, they said that they had tried keto and that they had lost a load of weight. Good start. But then I think their partner had been ill and they'd lost their weight and they'd put all the weight back on again. And in their view, keto, that meant that keto maybe wasn't the best thing to do, and that they found it was a bit like a cult. So, that sort of steered them away from it. So I want to sort of say why I was triggered by that, because my view is if you treat keto like a diet to lose weight, which means in your head it's a temporary thing that you're doing in order to lose weight, and then when you've hit your targets, you then go back to your previous way of eating, which was probably contributed to why you were overweight in the first place, then keto is only going to work for you while you're keto. As soon as you go back to normal, or introduce carbs, processed foods and everything else back in, then you're going to put the weight back on. And this is why I say keto is not a diet, it's a lifestyle. You need to stick to it and stay on it for you to reap the benefits. If you're not doing it, you're not going to get the benefits. And I know that it's mostly about mindset. You need to be in the right mindset to plan your meals, to choose the things that you know are part of the lifestyle. You need to pay more attention to what you're eating. You can't choose in a keto lifestyle. You cannot choose the easy options. You can't get the takeaways and the convenience foods, because they are just not within the keto lifestyle. You're needing to avoid certain additives, preservatives, sugars that are routinely added to processed foods. So unless you are maybe a little bit cultish about it, paying attention to what you're eating and what you're having, then it won't work for you. And if you're not ready to, I suppose it is, make that sacrifice, then it's not going to be the right thing for you. My secret has been to find foods that I love to eat, that fit within the lifestyle, and to have those, rather than constantly be looking for keto alternatives of things that I used to enjoy eating. It's a subtle difference. Like if you're always going, what can I have instead of the potatoes? What can I have instead of the rice? What can I have instead of the pizza? Then you are, I feel like, building yourself up to failure. Whereas I go for a roast dinner now, and I'll have the roast meat, I'll have the vegetables, and I will have gravy, even though that's not always strict. And I will really, really enjoy that meal. And I'll have so much good food on my plate that I don't miss the potatoes and the Yorkshire puddings, because they are kind of both quite tasteless foods that were only nice because they were soaked in the gravy. So if I have the meat and the vegetables soaked in the gravy, that's just as nice. And when I'm at home, I make myself arrowroot Yorkshire puddings, which I love soaked in the gravy. And I do myself mashed potato with swede, and if those are available, I will have those. And, that scratches that itch and gives me that feeling that I used to get with the potatoes and the old style Yorkshires. So you've got to think about, are you viewing keto as a lifestyle, or are you viewing it as a diet to know whether it's going to work for you? Equally though, I've been on this lifestyle for nearly 3.5 years now, and currently I am 3.5 stone less than my highest weight. I'm half a stone heavier than I got to on my lowest weight on this lifestyle. But that's because when I went on holiday to the seaside, I had fish and chips, and I had the donuts, and I had the things that I used to like, and I was on holiday. But then as soon as I get back home, I continue with the lifestyle. So another thing that Mark from Keto Fitness Club says is, make the best choice possible. If you're out and about and there really isn't anything keto that you can have, make the best choice that you can, and then when you're back home and you're in control again, then you can go stricter. And that's what I do. And I know that I've just had a summer where I've been away a lot. Oh, hang on. I've got to put my doggy Daisy on the lead. Daisy! Good girl. Yeah. Sorry about that. Got to cross the road. That doesn't mean when I go away and take a break and have these things that aren't on my normal lifestyle, it doesn't mean that I'm not keto. And what I find is I might put a few pounds on when I'm away. Like I had a week all-inclusive in Turkey, where I ate a lot of meat, but there wasn't a lot of food that I really like that I could have with the meat. I'd have eggs and omelette for breakfast, I'd have meat as my main course, but then I ate a lot of things that I wouldn't normally eat at home as well, because I'm living a life, I'm not just being a lifestyle, I'm living a life, and that's what works for me. So it just made me cross that somebody said that because when they had hassles and difficulties in their life that meant they couldn't stick to it, which I totally get. It just made me cross that they were implying that keto wasn't good because you might find it hard to stick to sometimes. That's just life, and that triggered me. Anyway, people walking past, so I'm going to sign off now. It's Alison Mead here with my little thoughts about keto. Bye.